This on over. Sorry, Ghost. Still waiting on the YouTube preview. Oddly enough, mic audio seems good. Weird. All right, I'm just gonna roll with that. Wait for YouTube to figure out its business on its own time. Hey there, hi there, everybody. Hope you all are doing well here tonight. Glad to have you here. It is Saturday night. It is the last night of the initial Howard Arena. Got some points to put up. Maybe you might dip over, start in on the Tier 4 Basic. Just seeing how things go. But, howdy, everybody. So, let's just jump into that. Forget this AQ nonsense for a minute. So, currently sitting at about a little over 10 million points. Looking to get to be about 15 mil, give or take. Maybe 16. I got some 6 stars refreshing. That's probably not for another 5 hours. But still got some 6 stars to roll through, and all the 5s should be refreshed by now. So, points to put up. But it's gonna be pretty chill, laid back grind here tonight. Nothing too crazy, nothing too strenuous. Still recovering from the Red Guardian grind almost a week ago already. So, howdy. Howdy, Ghost. Howdy, Falcon. Glad to have you here. I want to take a sec and give a big howdy and big welcome to the latest Von subs to the channel. Cheers, everybody. Glad to have you here. Thank you for finding the channel in the depths of the YouTubes. Thanks for digging the videos I put out so far and being interested in what I come up with next. So, cheers on hitting that sub button. And I'm very glad to have you here. But without much further ado, let's get rolling. What's up, Roblox? Happy Saturday, bud. So let's just dive straight into 6-star arena, 5-star arena. Wouldn't that be nice, 6-star arena? I figure maybe by the time the game reaches its 8th anniversary, we might have a 6-star arena. I mean, hyperbole, of course. I'm really expecting something next year, which is already like a year and a half too late, but still, wouldn't that be nice? But until then, we got the 5-star arena, and that's the best we got, so I'm not gonna bore everybody. Jesus, everybody. I hate the help system. I hate the stupid help system. It's so dumb. I don't want to push them once, let alone have to go in and push them twice. Well, let's just skip ahead to all that. Still got some 6 stars here. So, as far as I know, there has not been anything newsworthy happening in-game the last 24 hours since last stream, which is nice. I think that's probably the first time this week where that's been the case. No nonsense, no last-minute changes, tweaks, announcements, threats of boycott. What's up, Aaron? How are you? And Crollo's here. Cheers, everybody. Good to see you. Not that I'm big on arena predictions, and I definitely don't want to get in the habit of it, but I would be surprised to see how much higher than 30 mil Howard's going to go for. I do think he's going to break 30 mil. I don't think it's going to be more than like 31, 32. Just because I think everyone would be going for the shards more so than the champ. But, you know, if I had more, more desire to do it, if I wasn't coming off the Guardian grind, I might do it. Just for the extra 300 odd some 6-star shards, 26 on Howard, and all the battle chips for a nominal amount of extra work. But who am I kidding? Probably not. Because I got so many videos I gotta edit. I gotta edit. Get to edit. Big difference. Plenty of cool stuff here on the horizon. Ooh. Very nice, Ghost. Very nice. How high can you take Doom up? I mean, first off, I mean, congratulations, obviously, because that's amazing. Waking Doom up is a huge step. Uh, but I mean, that being said, how far up how far up do you want to rank them, or are you able to rank them right now? All right, that's enough refreshes for this round. I like to do a little bit piecemeal at a time, just so it isn't so overwhelming and monotonous. A little here, a little there. Still, that's awesome. Jump over that next. There you go. Very cool. Very cool. That dude is so fun. Like, I gotta give Kabam credit where credit is due, because, you know, some of the champs that should be super buff and OP aren't, or, you know, you get a mix and match of somewhere between really good, really average, between, you know, really popular characters. I think they hit it out of the park with the Fantastic Four, though, including Doom. Doom especially. Because Thing is amazing, Torch is amazing, Invisible Woman is really tough to play, but she can be amazing. Reed hits like a wet noodle, but his utility with all his synergies and debuffs that he can place is really good. And then Doom is just all around the real deal. Because I mean, really, how much would that suck that they hype up Doom for pretty much an entire year, and then he comes out and he's just a noodle. Alright, let's get the next round of refreshes in. That still has an hour, that sucks. Still though, should be able to get to these guys this stream. So, that's a big plus. I do too. Now, I will be the first to admit that I am a complete scrub when it comes to playing her. I'm really, really wet around the ears about that, but that having been said, she is fun to play, and definitely an interesting, unique champ. I'll give them that. Like, I think there are things that they could have done to make her a bit easier to play, or at least a little bit more straightforward, or at least a little bit more suicide friendly. So I do hate that having suicides on deactivates her shield or her invisibility. Really kind of just defeats the purpose. Alright, come here, my dude. So, coming over here. Let's fight the Vulture. I haven't tested it out yet with the new Vulture synergy. See if it's worthwhile, but I do like seeing that Vulture has a new synergy at the very least. He's such a vanilla champion. Especially, you know, coming out hand in hand with Sparky. It's really easy to forget that he exists. See, Ghost, that's really smart. That's the way to do it. Save you a bunch of units, a bunch of the 4-hour crystals too for later on. Get to maximize your potential. That's good. Alright, got through that whole list already, I guess. So next up, we'll do this, we'll do this, we'll do this. And then, guys, I just remembered I gotta shoot a text message off real quick, so I'm just gonna duck out real quick and then bounce back in real quick. Lickety split. I promise. Alright, I'll be back in a sec. And that's that. Awesome. Thank you, thank you. So I wound up getting rid of the elevator music. I'll still keep it for like the fast forward music, but I can understand how the joke would get old very quickly. And there's that. Interesting though to see that YouTube is like a good solid 40 seconds behind. Lagging. Parry and parry and parry and parry. So, what do you guys got going on this weekend? Hopefully it's going well and chill and laid back for all you guys too. I mean, all things considered. Alright, there you go. Aegon down. Vulture for the win. God tier MVP confirmed. Taking down Aegon. Alright, let's go claim a couple things there. Awesome. Keep rolling with this. This and this and this. And 6-star and 6-star and 6-star. There we go. Go for that. Oh. I do tell you though, it is really nice. Like I really enjoy the future grinds. Right. I actually do. It's one of my favorite parts of the game. Because it's nice to be able to tune in and tune out, right? Get caught up on some shows on the backlog, multitask. Just roll with it, right? But then, it's nice to have like a nice lull after that too. Like right now, like Howard was such an amazing choice. Because like, you know, nobody wants Howard. So all this is just putting up points, getting some free stuff, not taking it too seriously, get to do other things. Yo, Pop! How you doing, bud? Happy Saturday. Good to see you, my friend. Yeah, Falcon, I don't know. I did it day one. So I did it day one with my A-team questing team. And then since then, you know, there's been war and there's been AQ and I've just been putting it off. But I am not looking forward to that at all. Like the first path wasn't awful. But really, it was only because I was able to bring my A team, right, for like optimal counters and all that nonsense. But it was just so stupid long and a slog to get through, and it's not fun. Not fun. And if you are just now discovering Rick and Morty, you are in for some good times. Like, Rick and Morty is one of those kind of shows that I have to recommend that you don't binge. Because, like, here's the thing. I love Rick and Morty. I do. It's fun, it's clever, it's off the wall, it's so stupid, and it's so friggin' much fun. And it's hilarious. But for me, at least, I gotta, like, I want to savor and enjoy that, right? So do like 2 episodes here, 3 episodes there, do another 2 here, so on and so forth. Just, you know, spread it out, space it out to enjoy it longer. So I don't build up like an immunity or a tolerance to the humor. I mean, that being said, I'm like season 4 just ended, so I'm only a season behind. But I'm really looking forward to picking that up and just savoring it. My pet project is that I finally got around to watching The Witcher, and I'm almost done. I've got like a couple episodes left. And I've never read the book, and I'm one of the few people on the planet left that have never played any of the games. So outside of a loose understanding of who the characters are, or like the main characters, or at least a loose understanding of, you know, who they are and all that, I went into it completely blind. And there's, you know, there's a bit to be desired, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm still having a lot of fun with it, overall. So it's good. It's real good. I'm looking forward to the prospect of there being a season 2, I'm assuming. Provided they get like Henry Cavill back, which I could watch that dude in just about anything. But yeah, the show's fun. The show's fun. It isn't anything groundbreaking. It isn't anything particularly revolutionary. But as far as like game adaptations go, well, I guess it was more of a book adaptation from what I've heard. But yeah, I can't complain. It's entertaining. See how they wind up ending it next episode for the finale, but yeah, overall, can't complain. Saw on Netflix that they've brought back 13 Reasons Why for season 4. Supposedly it's the last season, which is 3 seasons too many in my opinion. But the fact that they didn't name season 2 13 More Reasons Why, or season 3 even more reasons, 13 to be exact. Because at the end of it, you got like 52 reasons why, and it's kind of just, you know, you could have abridged that a little bit, condensed. Just give me the cliff notes. Just give me like 4 reasons why. I don't need 52. Now, I'm making light of it of an incredibly dark, depressing, and poignant show. First season, at least. And if you haven't seen it, I do recommend you watch it. But it is not a happy show. What is a happy show is Umbrella Academy. And I'm really excited to see that's coming back for another season. Thought that was a fun little quirky show. And one of the rare adaptations that actually greatly improves the source material. So cheers to them for that. I'll give the show credit. I enjoyed season 1. Just, you know, because it dared to go where it did. But by the time they introduced and did season 2 and then season 3 and then whatever season 4 is, I'm like, you lost me. You lost me. Yeah. See, I gotta look up to see when Boys is coming back. Because, like, before all of this, that was already shot, I had heard. So it should either be coming out pretty soon or relatively soon, I would hope. But that show is solid. Yeah. It's one of those shows that has an interesting conceit, but there isn't any way that you can really expand on it. There was another show that I was watching for a little while, just because I like the actors who are in it. How to Get Away with Murder, right? So, you know, spoilers, as the name implies, there's a murder and people are trying to get away with it. Okay, cool. That's an interesting premise, interesting plot, especially the setup and the situation. Cool, that's interesting. For season 1, right? And then you could take that a lot of different ways, but then the way they took it is like, okay, no, there's no plausible, rational reason why anyone would ever expect this to work for season 2. And then by season 3, it's just like, it's just so, it jumped the shark is what it did. It's like there's no way that anybody could ever expect to keep getting away with murder. You know? Like, yeah, cool, I guess, but just time to put the show to pasture. Everyone got their paycheck. It was well received originally. Let's just leave it be and move on to something else. Oh, I love Narcos. Narcos is so good. Narcos season 3, I wasn't a big fan of. Season 1 was amazing. Season 2 was even better. Season 3 was kind of like, meh. But then they're doing Narcos Mexico with Diego Luna. And that just brings it back. That just brings it back. that this Simi doesn't wind up clipping me. Did I ever get another mail from Platinum Pool? I didn't get anything new, but I'm pretty sure I got a mail each time I fought him. I mean, it was the ones that, you know, were flooding the forums already anyway on Reddit. So it wasn't anything new, but yeah, I'm pretty sure I got everything. Yeah. Yeah, no spoilers. I'm excited for season 2 of Narcos Mexico. Uh-oh. It was really nice to see Michael Pena in another serious role. Seems like the only serious roles he plays are cops, which I'm fine with. It's just really nice seeing him as more than just like a comedic character. You know, we know he's got the comedy chops. It's nice to see him do more dramatic acting too. Like End of Watch was fantastic. I haven't heard of On My Block. It's a show, right? Not a movie. Oh, there you go. Hit 12 now. Awesome. So the plan here is that I'm just gonna burn through the rest of my rank 4s here, basically till I get till the 4 stars. Then jump over, get the infinite streak in the tier 4 basic, and then just kind of burn some quest energy until the rest of the 5 stars refresh, and then see where that takes us. Huh. All right, I'll put that on the to watch list. Ghost, see, that was another one. I've heard that one. I've heard of it. Seen some of the characters. Starting to hear some of the jokes and the memes that stem from it, but I haven't seen it yet. It looks fun. It looks interesting. That, and I always just appreciate mixing up the genres too. So if I go down too far the rabbit hole, for like either drama or suspense or thrillers or what have you, not only does it get stale, but then I don't know, start glossing over it. So it's fun to just jump from genre to genre. That, and it's always the decision whether I should watch something new or go back and rewatch one of my favorites from a year, a couple years, 3 years ago. Like, Netflix has the original Matrix again, and I just can't not watch that. Yeah, I can quote most of the movie, but it's still so much fun. That and just how much of it was done practically too is just still fantastic. I hope that whatever Matrix 4 is still embraces that, and it's not just one big CGI fest. But it would be really curious because supposedly John Wick 4 is coming out, or was originally slated to come out the same time as Matrix 4. With all this and all the studio delays and whatnot, who knows what it's going to wind up being, but would have been really fun to see both of them come out at the same time. With the Keanu and both of them, the stunt team, presumably crossing over to both. Dude, man, that's awesome. Everyone's got their favorites. Everyone's got their favorites. Like, I'm due to go back and rewatch Daredevil Netflix again. I mean, heck, I even give Defenders a pass just because, like, by the time, you know, the end of the season rolls around and they've finally gotten together, I just dig the banter between Jessica and Luke and Matt. And then Iron Fist is there too, but, you know, we don't talk about that one. But I will say this, Defenders set up Season 3 of Daredevil wonderfully. Like, it's really hard for me to say which is my favorite season of Daredevil, to be honest. I would arguably have to say Season 3. Season 1 has a soft spot in my heart just because it was the first one out, you know, and the freshman outing was surprisingly successful as far as, you know, freshman outings go. D'Onofrio as Kingpin was brilliant, and, you know, he is the most imposing in Season 1. I also dug that, you know, he didn't don the costume to the last episode, which was really, really nice as well. But Bullseye in Season 3 was just bloody brilliant. Well, yeah, but Ghost, but, you know, that's not saying a whole lot. That's not saying a whole lot. Hey, Shiramoy, how are you? Happy Saturday. Good to see you, my friend. Yeah, weekend's been pretty good so far. It's been pretty good so far, all things considered. Had a little bit of free time, got some things scratched off the to-do list. Got some more stuff slated for tomorrow. It's been pretty good. It's been pretty good, all things considered. You know, all things considered. But, hope yours has been going pretty well too. I still gotta say the best of the Fox X-Men is probably, in my opinion, Days of Future Past. And I think they really should have just left it there. First Class was a lot of fun and surprisingly coherent, given like all the drama tied around its development. Like the fact that they were able to pull not only a cohesive and coherent film out of the mess that it was, but the fact that it was actually really good. It really set up some fun possibilities and potentials for sequels, which, in my opinion, Days of Future Past knocked it out of the park. And then the series ended, and I left Fox X-Men with a happy note. It's really cool to see that cameo in Deadpool, which was really fun getting the gang back together. Hadn't seen them in forever. Amen to that. But to be entirely honest, I only got halfway through Apocalypse, and as soon as I saw Dark Phoenix, I was just not even interested in the least bit. Not even interested. I do think it's interesting, speaking of superhero shows and then Daredevil Netflix, or Netflix Daredevil, whatever, that the story was floating around that not today or this weekend or this week or whatever marks the 6-month warning till Disney can start doing Daredevil things. Oh, that's curtains for me. Like, I mean, yeah, that's true, but I just think it's interesting that somebody felt the need to put that out there and make it like a story that was floating around. And let's do that. Okay, so got through all those shiny 5 stars. Excellent. Let's go burn some of that quest energy actually before this lapses. I don't even remember which quest I'm on. Alright, Yondu, what do you do? Arc overload. Okay, that's fine. Let's see what we got here. Not even worried about the special 2. That is a horribly weak arc overload. I'm so used to the ridiculous ones in AQ or AW. Oh, am I really? That's funny. Small world. Yeah, let's do... Oh, okay. End of a section. Let's jump into the next. Just going blind. Any shiny goodies? Yeah, it's a pot. What do you do, Ronan? Power shield is annoying. Okay. That should be fine. What's this path do? Well, that's fun. They're starting to introduce some of the map 7 buffs into regular content. Lovely. I mean, it isn't a problem at this level, but still, lovely. So I'll go and use Blade for Miles here. But I'm going to want to keep Blade healthy because he's probably my go-to for the Ronin fight. Not expecting the Ronin fight's going to be anything difficult, to be honest, but just in case. Cool, there's that. Actually, I remember what I was going to do. I still got to do those 2 dual targets for the MODOK event. And let's play with Claire. Claire's another one of those fun champs. She's not on the same level as Elsa for me, but she's probably on par with Storm X, just in terms of just being so much fun to play. Except she probably takes the edge for her utility. I love me some utility. Too long, didn't read. It's really a shame. I'm sure there's some interesting dialogue in there for the story, but I don't know, man. I'm just tired of the story having no meaningful impact on the larger narrative. Like, with the exception of the last of the Fantastic Four, when they kind of created the M-Rock planet. But, I mean, outside of that... Come on, big dude. Thank you. Well, that's fun. That's gonna hurt. You know, Claire might be the better hero, but at least Elsa can do some damage. Touche! Does anybody remember what the buff for this path was? I'm just missing. Yeah. Because I just don't remember. Rank 3 Red Hulk now, or wait a month to rank 3 Spider-Gwen? I would wait a month and then reevaluate on both of them. Because I think Spider-Gwen would probably be the more useful of the 2 champions, and I think we talked about it before. She'd be the more useful of the 2 champions, but if you're limiting yourself to science champs, oh, she's got that stupid power shield or whatever. That and there's that. You know, that would actually make for a really fun video to do sometime. It's just, like, take champs out, play them optimally against a punching bag, like either Winter Soldier or Red Hulk or somebody like that, and just see who can KO the fastest. What do I mean reevaluate? I think because like they're both Red Hulk and Spider Gwen they have their uses, but both of them aren't amazing, you know. So if you got to take up one or the other, I would probably go with Spider Gwen, just because, like I said, she can hit a little bit harder, can Dex, has a little bit more utility. But who knows? Maybe in a month's time you might pull another science champ that you want to take up ahead of those two. So I mean, unless you're really burning a hole in your pocket to rank somebody up, I would still probably wait. Oh, I am. I am. I just had the thought right now, so I'll put that on the short list of things I want to get around to do. What's up, Changus? How's Red Guardian treating me? Oh, he's treating me well. Dude's a lot of fun to play. It's a lot of fun to play. Haven't taken him into to war yet. Might do that still here coming up. But he's a lot of fun to play. Definitely don't regret ranking him up. Which, still need to do the back half of that video, the actual gameplay part with Red Guardian, but... Alright, come on, my dude. Come on. I can't hurt you until you throw a special. Come on, dude. Thank you. Oh, crap. So close. How did I get less than a bar of power off that special? What garbage. I do. I've got Claire as a 5-star at rank 5. At Sig something. And then the 6-star at rank 1. And only because I don't have the materials to take her up to rank 2 unawakened. But if I did, I would, because she's fun. Okay, so we got Safeguard. Unblockable, that could be interesting. Sadist. Also could be interesting. That would actually be a great... Yeah, let's have some fun with that one. Yeah. Because my 5-star Elsa is a rank 4 as well. Lucas, that's tough. Do you have any of the other like super immune champs? Like, do you have a Ghost, or do you have a Corvus, or do you have like a Clairvoyant even, I guess? That's tough. Because I would probably err on the side of Emma Frost, just because she doesn't need to be awakened to be amazing. And she's immune to virtually everything. But Sparky has that soft spot in my heart still. This is the Hitmonkey chapter, isn't it? So I may actually want to bring someone who can perfect block. And then speaking of which, and then I think Hitmonkey, his attacks either have True Strike or something from what I remember. Do that. Then I would probably go Emma, just so you get that really OP immune champ on the roster. Starkey benefits from being awakened, yeah. Plus Sparky's synergies are garbage. He's really solid in the Blade Trinity, but outside of that, it's kind of, eh. All right, so let's play some Guardian actually. I do have Double Edge turned on, so I'm gonna be doing a bit of suicide damage. Let's have fun with this dude. Oh, spoilers for the video coming out next week. So, sorry. Oh, you know what? I don't want to do this. I want to test something out. Forget this. I'm gonna finish this fight. And then back out and try something else. Yeah, man, hit me up. You're on the Discord, right? It's free. Hit me up there if you got line. Can chat there too. Alright, so I'm gonna back out. I actually really want to try something. Jenga says, who would I rank 5? Iceman, Colossus, Havoc, or Sunspot? If you need the prestige, rank 5, Sunspot. If you want a solid all-around OP champion, I'd go Colossus. If you got the cats, I'd do both Colossus and Sunspot. So which path was it? You can only do a bubble shield, right? Safeguard. I want to see how this works. With a secondary damage. If you can bypass bubble shield, or if bubble shield still means that the secondary damage is capped at 1% as well. So I'm not going to be able to slow the guy. Yeah. Okay, yeah, hit me up there, dude. Alright, let's heal the shield a bit. I gotta get some more energy. Power first. Come on, dude. Quit dancing. Come on. Oh, stop it. Come on. And I'm only healing the shield just for the purpose of testing this out. This is not optimal or strategic Red Guardian gameplay, what I'm doing. Obviously. You wouldn't want to take like 10 minutes, crap, 10 minutes trying to dance around this clown. Alright, so let's see if this works. Okay, okay. Okay, so the secondary damage is also capped at 1%. So it does kind of speed things up a little bit. But still, it looks like the optimal strategy for what is a safeguard here is just damage over time debuffs. That's kind of disappointing. But good to know. Anyway, I'm not going to finish that path on that then. Ghost, what do you usually, where do you usually pull ideas for inspiration? Like, do you listen to other stuff and get inspired that way? Just riff around for a little bit and see what catches your ear? Do you have a muse? Iceman's still a really good champion. He's still really good. Plus, he's not available as a 6-star, so ranking him up there is a bit of added insurance, added bonus. But that being said, it just kind of depends on where you're at in the game and what the next Everest is going to be for you in game. Because Iceman's a lot of fun to play. He's got some great utility, being able to tank hits, and the cold snap is still super useful even today. The thing is though, his damage output is just not where it used to be anymore. So for, you know, smaller, quicker fights and some story stuff, he's still great. But if you're gonna want to start getting into, you know, Realm, if you want to get into Abyss, if you want to dive deep into the end of Act 6, he's not gonna wind up doing a whole lot for you anymore, unfortunately. Even at a rank 5. That. That. And there we go. Nice. Very nice. And network issues. Lovely. I mean, that's the great thing about video games too, is that the diversity of musical soundtrack and scores is just nuts. You know, there isn't a sound for video games, right? You got the classic like 8-bit stuff that anybody can just listen to and immediately pin on games, but for modern games, you got everything under the sun now. I love it. Oh. Interesting. Game didn't know how to handle Doom dying mid-special. Lovely. Let's do this. Awesome. Well, best of luck to you, though. Then Colossus might be your best bet, because Sunspot is really solid and he can do huge amounts of bursty damage, right? But I would still argue that Sunspot's best utility, aside from his prestige, is his synergies. And all you need for that is just a maxed out Sunspot. Doesn't matter what rank he's at. Whereas Colossus really gets a lot of his extra spicy damage output from being, you know, as far ranked up as he can be. Plus with his different immunities and the fact that he's a mutant, and mutants have fantastic synergies. That might not be a bad idea. Not a bad idea. Fix that again. Fix that again. See the next team refresh yet? Yeah. No, actually. Alright, so let's get into Tier 4 basic streak. There's always something going on in this game. That is probably one of the game's greatest weaknesses, is that it does nothing to dissuade you from FOMO. The fear of missing out. Like, if you don't get the MODOK stuff, you don't get the MODOK gold, you don't get the MODOK gold purchasables, right? It isn't just, or like Arena, you don't do Arena, then you don't get the gold and the battle chips. And you can't really make the battle chips up anywhere else except for Arena. Same with loyalty, you know? You don't play War, you don't get loyalty. You get 1,000 a day just for pushing that stupid help button, but that does nothing for you. It'll take you almost a week and a half to save up for a single Alliance War boost. It would kind of be nice if there was an exchange, like a currency exchange. Like, yeah, I'd like to convert all of my gold into loyalty so I could go buy a Unstoppable Colossus and just destroy everything. Yeah, why not? Why not? 4 stars. So let's do Sparkles, let's do Thing, let's do Simbi. Start back from the top. Work my way down. For this one, I'm only going to be able to get to win streak 12 anyway. For my own personal playstyle, at least. Our OG Iron Man needs a buff, yeah. Yeah. And that's really, I think, the only thing I'm really going to be going for is the Tier 2 Alpha, the Tier 5 Basic, and then probably the Tier 4 Basic. Everything else, like, I wish I could stock up on potions and revives. I love that that's an option. But, you know, inventory caps. So there's no point in me getting all those things because they're just going to expire in my stash anyway without, you know, without much fanfare. There's that. No, Shadow, I know. I know. That's the joke. I would like to try out the new synergy with... is it Guardian? Is it Guardian or Tigra? I want to say Guardian, just because of the Russian synergy, whatever, right? Because he does have a new synergy with Unstoppable Colossus. So it would be fun to see if that's actually useful for the character. Or 6-star Sig Stones. It's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of random stuff. It's not all bad stuff. Especially with you know, you got 3 different ways, or 3 different places to get the MODOK gold, so that's nice. But cores would have been really nice. I would have scooped those up. There's still a bunch of stuff that I haven't unlocked. And I'm not going to be spending any resources on cores, because the stuff I currently have unlocked is the stuff I actually need to use, but it would kind of be nice at the same time to just unlock everything else, just in case eventually maybe it gets a buff someday. or I have some reason to mix up my masteries. But as it stands, nah. It's basically just turning on suicides and turning off suicides at this point. Yeah, they just have 4-star Sig crystals, I think, right? They've got 5-star Sig crystals too, but the generics would have been extra nice. Because really, at this point, who cares? You know? Who cares? For the 4-stars especially. You want to have 5-star Sig crystals? Great. Have the 4-stars be generic. There's only 170 odd some champs in the game. It's not like we gotta, like, specifically hone in on a specific subset. Yeah, but Shadow, there's a lot of that going around too. A lot of that going around too, for every level. You know, the rewards are pretty underwhelming. Because, you know, if you're in the same boat at Cavalier, right, then you look at the rewards from that perspective, and it's, again, it's the same way. It's kind of like, well, I mean, this stuff is cool, but it's all kind of just like icing on the cake. And the cake is a display cake, sponge cake. Not a whole lot to it. So what do you guys think? Do you think the incursion crystals are going to reset tomorrow? Or do you think those are going to go on a break for 2 weeks till they come back? My money's on them taking a break. Even though incursions aren't going to quit, as far as I'm aware. Unless I'm just misunderstanding something. But incursions are, unlike dungeons, are always around, right? They don't go on hiatus for a couple weeks. I would hope, at least. Uh-oh. That's right, energy attacks. Probably shouldn't. I probably shouldn't have attacked him right there. That was bad. Bye. Oh, Bishop. Oh, Bishop. Alright. Me personally, I really hope they refresh tomorrow, because I just want to see what the new throwback 5-stars are. If any. I'm assuming there will be, but... Actually, let's do that for a bit of a tangent, because I haven't taken an official tangent yet tonight. So, tangent break, everybody. I want to see what champions are not available as, are now available as 5-stars. I think it's still just Daredevil Classic and Black Bolt, right? So, you know, we may wind up getting Classic Daredevil in the new Incursions crystals. Quite possibly. Because I doubt that they're going to push like a patch or something that would add extra characters here. So, yeah, that's my guess. Probably just Classic DD. It's expiring. Sad day. Sad day. That's what I'm talking about. Stupid resources that I would love to save and use elsewhere later on. I just can't. And they expire. It's nonsense. So I was arena-ing. I'm just tired of incursions in general. Like incursions themselves are fun. I just hate spending half the time in incursions in a menu, you know? So they just nixed the menuing you got to do every single time, every single path, every single step of the way, and then made the rewards actually worth doing them in the first place. Then yeah, I'd be on it. I think the bones are there. I love just like making my already OP champions even more so with ridiculous buffs. It just takes too long to do something that should be really simple, you know? So I know it's not going to happen, but I really hope that they have some 6-star something for the new incursion crystals. That'd be really nice. Oh. We gotta keep Heimdall alive. This is not supposed to be a difficult fight. Oh my dude, throw your special one. Please. Please. Please, thank you. Thank you. Cheers. Special one again, please. Thank you. A little random, a little weird to throw it directly into my block, but okay, sure. I'll take that. Yeah. Yeah, you never know. Although it has been a while since they've offered like the 5-star crystals for like 200 shards by mistake. Or what was it? This was probably like 2-3 years ago, where they offered the 5-star crystals at a stacking increment. So the first one was like 500 shards, the next one was 1,000 shards, third one was like 1,500, and then the fourth one was the regular. No, it was a 4-star crystal. I'm really dating myself. 4 years ago. And they just went down the food chain from there. Let's do you, let's do you, and let's do you. So you could wind up getting like 4 crystals effectively for the cost of like 1.5 or 2. And in typical fashion, unfortunately, it was like, for them, it was like, yeah, well, sorry guys, why am I fighting a 2-star? Did I just completely screw myself up? What's... Yep. Jeez. This is what I get for not paying attention. Alright, well, I've got 80% ability reduction with... Crap, that's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt. With Black Widow, and so long as I parry and then push her over, that should be okay. Because that should pretty much reduce magic to 0, all things considered. Oh, crap. Thought that was still a special too. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. Crap. Come on. No! Oh, thank goodness. So dumb. This one I'm not as worried about. I'm maxed out Thor, fool. Come on. Come on, you passive so-and-so. He's got 2 armor breaks. That's more than overkill. They did last year, didn't they? And I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth. Because, you know, hey, free stuff, free shards, awesome. But, I think that'd be a very cool, very exciting thing for people who are still looking to build up their 5-star roster. I'll say that. Now, a 6-star, that'd be something different. That would be awesome. That is not going to happen. It's probably going to be something like, if you're uncollected, you're going to get like a free 5-star crystal. If you're a Cavalier and above, you're going to get like 2,000 6-star shards or something. That sounds more believable. But like, I've still yet to hear anybody on the Kabam side of things saying like, "Hey, we actually realize that 6 stars are the going meta, so you know, start tailoring content around that philosophy." You never know, it could wind up pulling an Omega Red out of that. Excuse me. That was lovely. Crap, I forgot all about that. Alright, so tangent number 2 after this round. I gotta do those dual targets for the Modoc points. I brought it up because I was gonna do it earlier and then I just got distracted. Uh-oh. Boink. Speaking of whom, Tombstone would be fun to add to the game too. You know, I would never ever complain about free 6-star shards. I need as many of those things as I can get. Let's do that, and dual targets. So, first up is Black Panther, right? Yeah. I mean, they're both Black Panther, I guess. So this is... Jesus, it's small. Oh, no, it's Killmonger. What? What? There we go. Wakanda forever. One word. Forever. Forever. Oh, forever. No R. There. There we go. This guy. This guy's the guy I'm looking for. Does my alliance run map 7? Yes, we run 5 days of map 7. Which is why I'm very happy. I'm actually really happy for the treasury update because it means less donations for me. You're kitty. And this one is Killmonger, Millmonger. It's the cheap knockoff. 945, I think. Yeah, beautiful. Oh, thanks, Ghost. Sorry. Oh, really? Oh, dude, rip. Well, that's, oh, there's somebody else? Oh. Why are there 4 of them? I've been keeping up with these. I mean, I'll take it, sure, but thought I was keeping up with it. Definitely want this dude as a 6-star. I've said that before. I just, if I keep saying it, I'll just will it into existence. Who's my AQ team? This week it is Wasp, Beardo, and Corvus. And then Tigra. Alright, well, that's, I'll run into her eventually. But yeah, it's usually that. Wasp, Beardo, Corvus. Solid team. Alright, so I'm almost done with the streak here for basic. We can just jump back over and run through the 5-stars again. Actually, but let's just do that. Alright, so there's that. That's going to be win 10. Just run through some of the 5s here, just since they've all kindly decided to refresh. Yeah, doing it in order, that's dumb too. Especially if you're on like a story quest or something. You should just be able to... Oh, interesting. Someone already has a Tigra ranked up. Like, and has her as the max champ. Strangely. Yeah. Interesting. Oh, okay. Okay. Um... Nah. I'm not scared of her. Sorry, dude, to just, like, ruin your brand new champ. Bad kitty. Well, there we go. 4 targets up, 4 targets down, 40 coins richer, 4,000 gold richer. Massive. 4,000 gold. Try not to spend that all in one place. And there you go. So much for that invisibility. Despair for the win. Or Petrify, Pacify, actually. Pacify, I think, specifically. I always get those two mixed up. Petrify and Pacify. Very different abilities, just laziness on my part, I guess. Just not to learn it. Alrighty, there's that. Nice thing is that it's going to be really easy in the morning, just putting up the last little string of points. I love these laid-back grinds. Wish the rest of the arenas were like that for me. And for everybody, really. Because I definitely do get where people come from when they complain about how tedious it is. It 100% is. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'd agree with that, and then just like what you have to do to get them is so boring. You know, they took away dual targets because they said that the dual target daily objective no longer fulfills the original intent. Great, because yeah, it's really dumb just like fighting the same dude over and over and over and over again to get your daily rewards, right? Because that's not fun. But this is just like such a blatant reskin of that. It's like, well, yeah, it's not the daily events anymore, but you still gotta like, it's still effectively the same thing. You look for the lowest ranked champion possible, auto fight it effectively, and there you go. All done. Here's your stuff. Oh, we got 6 stars refreshing already. Awesome. Let's do this. It's all robots, isn't it? Well, that's not good. Well, let's see if Archangel can overpower Omega's death spores. Like, you could make such more interesting objectives, right? Oh, that's right, I'm supposed to be causing the, whatchamacallit. Well, actually, I can't. Stupid me. Poisoning me. Of course he is. Well, easy peasy. Like, you got some really interesting and clever daily objectives, right? And sort of what they're starting to tease as like a basic idea of it's like finish 6 enemies with like a special one or with incinerate damage. Okay, cool. But you can add to that and spice it up a bit and make it a bit more interesting. You know, finish with incinerate attack you from I don't know, science champion or something. Well, that really narrows down the number of champions that can do that, but then it also justifies boosting the rewards to something that people are actually excited about. Or finish a 5-star champion with incinerate damage from a 3-star champion, say, right? Just mix it up. But yeah, I mean, as it stands, it's such a lackluster vanilla event. That's been covered to death by other people, but it's just very simple on its face. Back away from this dude till my bleed falls off. There we go. Now, if you could just kindly launch that special 2, that'd be much appreciated. That'd be much appreciated. Come on. Come on. Oh, crap. That's not what I... That's not what I wanted to do. Not what I wanted to do. Oh, hey, look, I didn't die. And then I was like, oh, yep, well, I'm stunned. May as well be dead. May as well. Dude, that Guardian fight went so fast I didn't even realize that I used them. It's probably not a good sign. Yo, 6-star, when are you refreshing next, dude? Couple minutes. And bye-bye Havoc. Easy peasy. Just look at Medusa's hair. It's just all over the place. Why? They still haven't addressed that bug, have they? That, or just acknowledged that it exists with this patch? Or update, I guess. Because it's broken so many characters. Alright, who do we got next? Still waiting on Stealthy to cool down. Let's switch over. Get a little bit closer to that 12 win streak. Or how does it happen in the first place, you know? My guess is that they were just mucking around with something for a future champion that has either projectiles or some secondary object tied to the preliminary character. And the new character wasn't working yet, but it wound up tweaking everybody else who uses the same parent object or whatever for animation. Oh, did they? If they did, then yeah, I definitely take that back. I'm assuming it isn't something that they can fix until next update, though, right? Someone's getting a little excited about 4th of July a little early. Oh, that could be. Well, because like what it is that all the different characters have all of their different body parts labeled the same way, right? Which makes production a lot easier everybody's rig is constructed the same way with the same names. That's how you can cross over characters and animations super easy with like the Adaptoids and Doombots and stuff like that, right? Because again, since everything's named the same way across all the different characters, all you gotta do is just plug in, you know, one rig uh, from one character asset to the other. So that actually makes a good bit of sense. Like the null that attaches the tail to the Tigra rig is probably named the same thing as like everybody else's. It's like Medusa's hair, Venom's tongue, Doc Ock's tentacles, stuff like that. And instead of scripting it to be a localized thing, it was still stuck with a global command and it affects everybody. My guess, at least. Let's do this. Ouch. Come on, my dude. Leads on him, get a little bit more power on me. And there we go, Drax down. You know what would be really fun to add to Drax as like a little small buff is that if he stands idle, he turns invisible. Projectiles can miss. Like such a dumb little tongue-in-cheek nod to the movies. You know, give a otherwise very straightforward, very bland character a little bit extra something, you know. Alright, Tanky Corvus. There we go. Just had to keep slapping that man like there's no tomorrow. Actually, let's throw up Quake, throw up Voodoo, throw up Vision. Do that. Select, let's do the Beardo team. Back out of that, go play some 6-stars. Assume, yeah. So we got Stealthy, we got Elsa, we got Ghost. So, yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Hopefully she only activates the Digicloak once. Just because it's such an annoyingly nuisance of an ability. Just because it prolongs the fight. There's this. And Beardo. Easy peasy. Like he was never there. Alright, let's go see if the next couple 6 stars are refreshed. And if not, then go get the infinite streak. We got a couple minutes. Come back. So, who should I pair up with whom? I think that's actually pretty solid. Probably should have switched Vision for Quake. Because Beardo isn't very vision friendly. There's one. Of course, dude turtles up until a split second and gets a special 3 and then immediately launches said special 3. Of course. So predictable. That. Is it? I thought Beardo's shield charges also reduces like ability accuracy or something. Maybe it was just a specific node I was fighting him on. I don't remember at this point. So nope, you will not be getting a second heavy in on me, because that would probably do me in. There we go. Cool. Infinite streak achieved. Pew pew back at you, Queen Sarah. Happy Saturday. Hope you're doing well. Hope the weekend's off to a good start for you. Good to see you. So, see how long we got on that Havoc. Another minute. Alright, so then, in that case, let's do this, and let's do this, and let's do this. Launch that up. Hey, and Ricochet's here too. How are ya? What do you got, Ghost? Gotcha. Gotcha. Alright. Alright, Augie. You knew where to find me. Jumping the gun just a wee bit. Good. Real good. It's always good to hear. Especially these days, all things considered. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm nothing if not predictable. We need to time this one out, I think. Yeah. Alright, so that's fun. Day 5 AQ shenanigans. You got it. Just gotta wait another 3 minutes, give or take. Do the super fun and exciting, amazing bit of AQ. Yep, it is definitely 1% fight time. Definitely 1%. Oh, shoot. Sorry, my dude. You're jealous of my units. Well, cheers. Cheers. Hoping to save up a couple more here in the next week and change. And then, depending on how the first round of the Tigra arena goes, then I may wind up being short a couple units again. But yeah, otherwise, I'm just gonna keep saving till July 4th. It is, Augie, it is. And it's really, why Corvus is such an amazing champ. He's such a huge, like, pot saver. Which is great, because, when I get to use him and get to do this, I get to replenish my stash a little bit, especially after a couple of the wars that I've been fighting. But I don't know, Augie. Just checking out the chat there, especially for RBG. There's a lot of units floating around. Starting to feel like a bit of a sausage fest. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, sir. You'll get there. You'll get there. If you got the time, Arena is probably one of the best places to grind out extra units. Just doing the milestones. Not even counting the stuff that you get from the arena crystals, but just the milestones by itself. It definitely adds up. If you haven't seen it already, Brian Grant put out a really solid video. It's probably at this point, probably last summer. But just go to his channel, and he put out an excellent video about like the fastest way to farm units, and how he's able to get like 1,000 units a week or something like that. I don't, I don't know, Augie. One of these wars, we'll win one of them. Probably by the time we get kicked down to like gold 1 or something. All right, awesome. I'm gonna jump back in. And there we go. Got my mutant charge, I think. Yeah. Alright, my dude, you're good to go. Yeah. Honestly, I think Augie, it's a bit of course correcting, to be honest. Like, especially a couple seasons ago where we wound up, we only lucked out just because everyone was boss rushing us. So I think it's a bit of a correction. But that having been said, yeah, it's a bit of a hit on the ego. I'm just gonna bounce back and take that cat or that Ms. Marvel. when the node's down. In the meantime, go over and run another 6-star. Well, cheers, Sarah. Much appreciated. Thank you kindly. I do ask you to bear with me though on the tweeters. Still figuring out kind of an interesting way of doing it. So on one hand, I don't want to flood Twitter with a bunch of posts for videos and everything that I'm uploading, but at the same time, I don't want to be a ghost either. Hey, you got it, Augie. Cheers on clearing that Punisher and get some sleep, dude. That's fun. It's fun. Kind of hoping for a bit extra free time too, somewhere, somehow. Like I've got a to-do list in real life, just like a mile long of stuff that I want to do, things that I've been putting off, things I want to go back and get back into. But I also have a similar long list of things I want to do in game, you know, between videos and champ testing and whatnot. But like when I did those map 7 maps, that was a lot of fun. So kind of want to do something like that, go back into Act 6, do some of the Act 6 versions of those, upload them on a Twitter, shout on my YouTube, put them on Discord, something. This is a fun little project. Love to get a bit more art into the game, you know? Nah, man. Why would I want to be a ghost when I can be an Elsa? Yeah, especially when those guys are still getting built back up from tanking on off-season. War is a racket, man. Alright, let's go see where things are at. Cool, there's that, and there's that. Let's see what else is new over here. Claims to the milestone stuff. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna come back to that later because that's gonna wind up being a timeout as well, most likely, and that's no fun to watch. So, 6 stars probably, right? I mean, may as well. I'm not at my my target yet. Please don't throw it. There we go. Alright, you're good, dude. Top of the hour, everybody. do realize. Ah, awesome. Cheers, Augie. Much appreciated. Probably wind up getting that note off stream. So the way I figure it here, because I do realize that I'm fading, and it's probably about time to start wrapping this thing up. So I'll wind up doing another round of 6 stars here. Probably say this is good. Oh yeah, because I just hit streak 100. So that's pretty poetic to end there, right? Have a gilly battle. So wrap this this matchup up, and then probably call it a night. Sitting at, like I said earlier, a really good place to wind up where I want to wind up for points into the 1 to 10% bracket. Just run through probably some of the couple more rounds of 6 stars, and that should do it. About that 15 mil ish. Start building up that 5-star roster, or shard roster again. The Bluey. Back. Augie, if you're doing round 2, then we might. I gotta see what she's going for first. To me, she's like, her kit is a lot of it's a lot of fun. It's really interesting, but it isn't gonna be like game breaking for me. I'm much more excited to have her as a 5-star for the Elsa synergy, as opposed to like for her kit specifically. So, like I said, it really just depends what she's going for. What she winds up going for. If it's something reasonable, then yeah, I'll probably do round 2. But if it's anything crazy, like if it's the Red Guardian, then nah. I'll just save my shards and try for her in the featured. Awesome. Oh, cool, dude. I do hope that she goes low, because, yeah, that'll be a lot of fun. Yeah, that'd be a lot of fun. And then probably have a Luis wind up being like rank 10 or 11 or something. That dude's crazy. Like, I say that I live in Arena, and I genuinely feel like I do, but that dude eats, sleeps, and breathes Arena. Oh, okay. Well, whole bunch of dudes refreshing. Fine, I'll do one more. But that having been said, I'm probably most certainly am going to be sitting out a Hit Monkey, unless he goes super low. Because Hit Monkey, while he arguably is the better of the 2 champs, I just don't have a spot for him on my roster. The Kabam gods have blessed and or cursed me with a plethora of other skill champs. So he's cool. I'm glad he exists. Fun to see him in game. Interesting abilities. But I'm good. Heck yeah, Guido. Stay thirsty, my friends. And bye-bye thing. parry, parry. Get them prowesses up. That's why Phoenix is such a fun synergy. Just especially for fights like that, you just get prowess so fast. And then lose them because you don't do anything with them. That worked out pretty good. That worked out pretty good. Alright, there we go. That one's set. I'm throwing in the towel there, guys. Getting stiff. But like I said, that's going to do me for tonight, everybody. I want to thank you guys for watching. Thanks for hanging out here the last couple hours. It's been really good and really cool getting to talk with you guys here. I put up some of the last minute points in the 5-star arena here for Howard the Dog. I'm going to be doing another couple rounds here off stream in the morning. Still want to wind up somewhere in the mid 15 mil range for the 1 to 10% bracket. And yeah, I do plan on coming back online same time tomorrow night through the Sunday arena. Just for kicks, extra shards. So if you're around, I'll be around and hope to see you then. I figured get you guys to just take a quick sec and like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Each and every bit of that helps me out immensely, and I do very much appreciate it. Just recently hit 500 subscribers, and that is entirely due to you guys. So I really do appreciate that, and it's a huge milestone, and it means a lot to me. So thank you guys. Thanks a lot. But till next time, everybody, take care. Talk soon. Stay safe. And be well, everyone. Bye for now.